Hi, I'm Darren Miles with Darren Miles Photography, and I'm based in beautiful, sunny Naples, Florida. But not today. Today I'm actually recording this video from a tiny town in northern Florida called Lake City. Now, it's not New York or LA or Paris, but it is a paid road trip to do a photography job. I'm actually here to photograph a politician. Anyway, it's been a while since I reviewed a Micro Four Thirds lens, and I've received a lot of questions lately asking if I'm still using the system, and the answer is a resounding yes. As you probably might have figured out from my channel, is that I'm a bit of an Olympus fanboy. In fact, I can't wait to get my hands on the new 300mm f4 Pro. Well, anyway, I've had this next lens for a while, and I've been meaning to review it for quite some time, and I finally got the chance, because this is the Olympus 17mm f1.8 lens, offering a full-frame equivalent of 34mm, or something very close to the classical look and feel of a 35mm lens. Now, if you're not on my channel for some time, then you probably know that I have gushed, frankly shamelessly, over Olympus's series of prime f1.8 lenses for their Micro Four Thirds bodies. Unbelievable optics, tiny and compact build, and just killer values to boot. So, does the 17mm f1.8 live up to Olympus's stellar prime lens legacy? Well, let's take a look. So first up is the build quality, and unlike many of Olympus's other consumer prime lenses, where the build quality has been just kind of okay and frankly kind of plasticky, well, that's not the case with the 17mm. This one, on the contrary, feels really solid and robust, as it has a metal lens barrel, and you can tell it's a much more substantial lens the moment you put your hands on one. The focus ring protrudes off of the barrel and feels much more solid than the plastic focus rings on the 25 and the 45mm lenses. The ring itself actually has a lot of resistance and nice dampening when in manual focus mode, which is really nice and tactile. And speaking of the focus ring, like many of the higher-end Olympus Pro lenses, this one has a manual to autofocus clutch mechanism. Olympus seems to have perfected this method of switching between manual and autofocus much better than just about any other lens manufacturer that's tried it. Now, on the inside, there are 9 elements arranged in 6 groups, and included in that formula are 3 aspherical elements, including a dual super aspherical element to reduce aberrations and provide sharp images. There's also something in there called zero coating, which reduces flare and ghosting in images even with a backlit subject. There are also 7 rounded aperture blades for pleasing autofocus bokeh rendering. And speaking of the aperture, it ranges from f1.8 all the way to f22. Now, on the downside, Olympus unfortunately doesn't make any reference to weather sealing, but at this price point, a lack of weather sealing really doesn't come as a surprise at all. So all in, it's a really well-made lens, much better than its 25 and 45mm brethren, and that's in spite of its really paltry price point. So for build, the 17 gets a solid 9.5 out of 10. So next up is autofocus speed and accuracy. Unlike some of the latest mirrorless camera bodies, say from Sony for example, specifically the A7 series, not the A6000 or the A6300, just the A7 series, well, the mirrorless bodies from Olympus focus with laser-like speed and accuracy, and the 17 is no exception to this rule, specifically when attached to an Olympus body with phase detect autofocus like the EM1. The focus motor is so fast that even when the camera attempts to focus and flies past an intended target, it comes back so quickly and locks focus so accurately that you likely won't even notice that its first attempt to capture focus was a miss. And the focus motor is also completely silent. Let me just demo the AF here. We set the focus to infinity, or set the lens to infinity, and we're going to focus on something really close. So here goes. I mean, bam. Now I'm just going to randomly focus around the room at things just all around here. So here goes. I mean, the 17 is just as fast and just as accurate as virtually every other Olympus lens that I've used. It's just amazing, just like all the others. I found this also works really well in crummy lighting too. To me, it's an overall just a great performance. So for AF speed and accuracy, the 17 gets a perfect 10 out of 10. So next up is the optical quality and the quality of the results. With virtually every prime lens made by Olympus, the single most consistent attribute has been the amazing optical performance of these little lenses, and the results one is capable of achieving with them. Personally, I'm consistently blown away with the image quality that these little cameras and these tiny lenses are capable of producing. The 17mm would be great for street photography and environmental portraiture, and we can add the 17 to that long list of distinguished Olympus prime lenses. But don't take my word for it. Please allow me to show you. The next 2 minutes or so will be a series of stills and video clips taken with the Olympus 17mm f1.8 lens. And see for yourself, because to me, Olympus has created yet another gem of a lens. That's all.
Do it.
Normal one.
So last up is value. And with a list price of $499, which by the way is frequently discounted to $399 at places like B&H, you get a reasonably fast and well-built lens with lightning fast autofocus and stellar optics. There's really a lot to love here for not a whole lot of money. One of the coolest things about these prime lenses from Olympus is their size to performance ratio, as these things are tiny, but big things come in small packages. So to me, the 17 is a lot of value for a very reasonable price, and as such for value, the 17 gets a 9.5 out of 10. So to wrap up this review, we gave the Olympus 17mm f1.8 lens a 47.5 out of 50 and our highly recommended rating. The final word, the 17mm f1.8 lens is just another in a long line of stellar, compact primes courtesy of the folks over at Olympus. Great build, fast and accurate autofocus, sublime optics, and in the right hands, this thing is just capable of amazingly beautiful imagery. So let there be no doubt, the 17 is yet another worthwhile addition to Olympus's compact prime lens family. This is Darren Miles with Darren Miles Photography, based in beautiful, sunny Naples, Florida, but not today. Today, again, I'm coming at you from Lake City, Florida, tiny town in North Florida, still pretty up here. Anyway, if you like these reviews, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, happy shooting.